What up, family? Oh man, let me adjust my camera here. That way I can be seen. Alrighty. So we about to get into the thick of things real quick. Let me do my little shares right now. I know y'all are accustomed to seeing the whole panel, but everybody is busy today and didn't want to start something and not be consistent with it. So I stand in the gap for everybody right now. It's too easy. It's too easy.
Just came to check on you. See if there was anything I could do.
It's too easy. So, suppose we get the topic from D, but I haven't received it just yet, which is fine. I'll go ahead, give everybody some updates. Things have been going great, really great. So, can I be the man? Letter from us to you. Literally, we have 10 days. 10 days before we are literally launching. All right, so it's up on pre-order right now, just about everywhere. As far as booking, ebook is concerned, it's everywhere. It is everywhere, from Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books A Million. All you gotta do is Google it, and wherever you so desire to purchase it from, you can. I mean, like I said, it's even up on Google Play right now. The audio book should be getting released the same time that everything else is, but I will keep everybody updated. I definitely will keep everyone updated. If you don't know already, we join the frequency. Join the frequency. Please like, share, and follow the Frequency Colorado. Can I Be the Man? The morning show. You can join me in the King's Court, right? Every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Look, we're having some powerful conversations up there. You're not gonna want to miss it. In a couple of months, this panel that we primarily have, right, will be up there as well. We'll be joining the frequency as well. So I'm super excited in reference to that. So it looks like we have the topic. It was actually a request. Didn't get permission to put the name and stuff out there, so I'm just going to literally read what was actually wrote. It says, what I need to hear about is the topic of when a woman makes way more than a man. The effects that have on one of these men that are used to being used by women. Don't by women, you don't got it. The man that feel like that have to work more / grind more to match her, and when / or if it is appropriate and to utilize her as, and can you do this, or I give you the money such and such, even if they do give you the money. Okay, so there's a lot there. How I'm gonna do it is this, right? I'm just assuming that you want to know, how do we feel when the woman is pretty much the breadwinner? When she's the breadwinner of the household, how do we feel? To be quite honest with you, all right, start out with, it really depends upon the individual. Depends upon the individual, that individual man. You have some men that don't care at all. You have some men that do care. And then you have these men out here that is like what you was talking about, prefer it to be that way. Either they want you to go half on the bills or they want you to take care of them. So that in itself is big. That in itself is big. I'm gonna address literally all three. All three. So for that man that doesn't care, right? He can fall into two different categories, right? You have your 50-50 man. All right. What I mean by that is that he wants you to go half on the bills. And as long as you're taking care of his half, I mean, as long as you're taking care of your half and he's taking care of his half, you're good. It doesn't matter to him. It doesn't matter to him at all. You know, me personally, that's not me. That's not me. Now, I don't care either way. Either way. My biggest thing is, because you can make more than a man and be working a regular 9 to 5. Right. And that is my issue. That is my issue. I never wanted my wife to work a regular 9 to 5. The reason being is because I didn't want someone to control her ability to take care of what needed to be taken care of inside of the house. And so I had her stay at home and focus on what she wanted to do. Solely focus on what it is that she wanted to do. And in doing that, she would be able to control everything it is about her day. That way, anything that needed to be taken care of as far as inside the house, she's on it. She has the ability to be able to control it and oversee it, manage it the entire time. And it has worked. It has worked for us thus far. Now if she gets to the place where she's bringing in more than what I'm bringing in, and so be it. The way I look at it is that is an investment for the house. As an investment for the house. See, and that's the issue that I have. With this generation and the 50-50 concept, right? Because the way I view it, and the way I think a lot of men that think the way that I do view it is this, right? If I have the ability to take care of everything in the house, all right, if I can take care of all the bills, let's say for instance my bills, $3,000 a month, and I make enough to be able to take care of it, all the bills in the house, as well as save a little, or whatnot, and we still have the ability to do things here and there. We might not be keeping up with the Joneses, right? But we sustain it. Anything more, all right, that my wife brings to the table is now an asset. It's now an asset. Why do I say that? Because anything additional and that is literally brought into into things is just that it's additional. So if there's something that we want to branch off and do, say for instance, we want to get into real estate, or we want to save for the kids' college or whatever it is, we have that ability to do so. And the thing about it is, it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement at all. It's not something that she is being forced to do. You know, I said it on the Can I Be the Man early morning show in the King's Court. I said on the second show that independence, the female independence, y'all concept of independence has made us as men lazy. It's made us lazy. I was just looking at a post earlier today. I can't remember the name of the female that actually put it up, but it's a post of the game. All right, the game is talking about the whole 50-50 concept and how, you know, men out here are wilding, you know what I'm saying? They going crazy, y'all tripping. You know, as far as requiring your women to pay half of the doggone bills and all this other nonsense. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. But of course, the men that, and the unstable men, all right, that agree with the whole 50-50 concept, right, was literally saying that they was attacking his character. They was attacking his character. The first thing that happened with me when I saw it is that I was like, okay, that's a feminine trait. It's a feminine trait to start out with. You don't agree with what that man is saying, so you attack his character. That's a feminine trait. It's the first thing that I looked at. Then I started to do a little bit of research and dig down and see how old is these people that's out here talking this stuff. And I was shocked to see that some of them was from my generation. I was like, what? No, nigga, no, please, no, no. But the reality of it is that I don't care. It's not separated by generation. It's separated by experience. Literally. You have men that have literally grown up without their fathers in the home. And, you know, and then you have some that might not have grown up with their fathers in the home, but they had uncles, cousins, and things of that particular nature, and they watched them, and they learned and picked up different things, toxic stuff. Literally. And in the midst of this battle for independence, as far as women is concerned, you know, in the midst of you trying to accomplish your mission, you suck the life out of our pride. You suck the life out of our pride. The pride that we took and providing for, protecting our homes, you stole it. You literally said, I can do it better. Not realizing that you had help, which is the reason why it appeared like you could do it better. Because while low key you had government assistance and everything else helping you, we didn't have that. We had to go get it. We had to use this right here to figure out, how can we get it? We use this and this right here. Those two things that we use in order to make sure that we could provide and protect our families. But your quest and your battle for independence snatched it away from us. And I'm not saying that it's your fault, because quite frankly, I blame us. I blame all the males that came before me, because they should have put an end to it. They should have never let it happen at all. Which is, that's part of the reason why we are here now. Granted, I understand that there are systematic things that have taken place to help get us here. But right now, that stuff is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, we made a choice. The women made a choice to go out here and be independent. The men made a choice to go to allow these jugglers to come in here and let y'all think that it was okay to be independent, that y'all didn't need us. And now we seeing our babies, and our sons and our daughters out in the street getting doggone killed, and nothing really is being done about it. No men are really out here protecting y'all now. You trying to figure out why. It's the cost of your independence. Remember, to be independent is not to need. Literally, is not to need. I can pull up the definition right now. You're going to see it in there. Your independence. This is the cost of it. It has become so doggone embedded into us that now you have a good portion of us men that don't even want a woman that's not independent. You says you can do it better, so I don't need to take care of you. I don't need to provide for you. I don't need to protect you. For what? For what? Why? You got it. You can do it better, so you provide for me. You protect me. You go stand up front. You got this. And the very thing it is you're complaining about, it's the very thing that you don't even know you asked for. We raising these kids to be something that we don't even like ourselves. What do you do? So now you want to know about if a woman makes more than a man. Majority of them don't care. That's a come up. Remember, you don't need us. It's a come up. You make more money than me. You make more money than me. That's a come up. I just came up. I was just talking to a partner of mine, and it was telling me about how, when his baby girl is about to go into the military or whatnot, her boyfriend was on some, man, I'm not about to work ever again in my life. Are you serious? This nigga was happy about being a military spouse. You trying to figure out, you want to know if it's a problem, whether you make more money than us. No, it's not. It's not. It's for a lot of these jokers, especially the younger generation or whatnot. It's a come up. I just hit a lick. Just hit a lick. Oh, we got one of the panel members is about to join us. No, he's on mute right now. Okay. Well, literally, that's what it is. A lot of us don't care. Or I'm putting it to you like this: a lot of them don't care. I don't care, but for completely different reasons. Now, I explain to you why I don't. I explained it to you. You have a vast majority of men out here that, like I said, they want you to be independent. They want you to be able to take care of yourself, things of that particular nature. And the reason being is because they don't want to have the responsibility of taking care of you at all. They don't want it. And your quest for masculinity and your quest for independence, you made us lazy in every aspect. You made us lazy as far as providing for you. You made us lazy and having to protect you. So when you see our babies out here, right, getting killed in the street, and I'm not just talking about by the police, I'm talking about by others as well, right? And you're in an uproar because nothing is happening. It is literally, because you snatched it. So what it is. What's up, D? I'm assuming you jumped up here because you got something to say. What's up?
Code free, man. So I'm here. Just making sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly.
All right, I'm a strong believer in. Okay, so I live by this way of thinking. If a woman makes more than me, I got to match her hustle. And I'm saying that to say, I'm not gonna say that it's a pride or ego thing, but men are supposed to provide and protect. I don't feel right if a woman is out here working 2 jobs or whatever, living the life that she want to live, and I can't even meet her halfway. So I'm like, if I know that I'm not doing as much as she's giving me, that means I got to step my game up. It's just that simple. There's a lot of people that are, like I said, there's a lot of dudes now that be comfortable with living 50-50. And I can understand to a certain degree how society made it where we have to have a man and a woman in the house in order, to make ends meet. But I'm a strong believer in, if you believe in God or a higher power, you're supposed to be out here doing everything in your power to do. And then you get the rest of God at the end of the day. You feel like that you didn't put 100%. You didn't do everything that you were supposed to do. So with that being said, I just can't let a woman out hustle me at the end of the day. And that's not saying that a woman is inferior, but I just can't do it. I get out here and I grind every day like I got a wife and 3 kids at the house. That's my mentality. And I'm single, I don't have no kids. But I remember I had told I had this conversation before, about half a year ago on Facebook, where this guy, he thought that I was trolling about about giving a woman everything and so forth, and he thought I was talking about materialistic, and I wasn't. What I was referring to is, I am a strong believer in the man taking care of everything in the household. I'm a strong believer in teamwork. There's a lot of people that get this whole 50-50 thing misconstrued, that they think that they claim that, oh, the man is supposed to pay the rent and all the type of stuff, and as the woman, I'm gonna pay the utilities and the food and all this stuff. I'm like, ma'am, that's still 50-50. Y'all just splitting up the bill. But even with that being said, I'm like, you a team at the end of the day. That's what people don't be understanding. You still a team at the end of the day. Do what works best for you. But I was trying to tell them, stay in your financial lane. If you know that woman pulling in 6 figures and you can't even compete nowhere close to 6 figures, don't expect that woman to stoop down to your level, not unless she's comfortable with it. But don't expect for her to stoop down and she got to worship the ground that you work on, and you're not even meeting her halfway. I'm like, you got to stay in your lane. Men got to quit living under this guise of a lot of women are gold there. And I don't believe that. I believe that a lot of women want what they put out. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Get what you put out, and they deserve everything that they put out. So if a woman, there's somebody in my life right now, and I'll be using her as an example. I didn't ask her how much money that she was making XYZ, but I'm doing some calculations in my head. I ain't want to be nosy, but I was saying that if I want to be with her, I know how much income she bringing in already, just based upon where she's trying to move to. So I'm like, that's just telling me, if I want to be the man in her life, I'm incorporating all of her bills and her lifestyle already in my head. That way, if I want to be the man of her life, I know that what I got to bring to the table. So I got to either come with equal value or I got to surpass it. It's just that simple. If not, I got to give the reins to somebody else and let him take over. I mean, that's just how it is at the end of the day.
Yeah. You know what? You said something, though, that I want to touch on, because we need to change the narrative on that. The whole how society has made it to where it has to be a 2-parent income. No. I used to, you know what I'm saying? And to a certain degree, it is that way. But for me, it's an excuse at this particular point. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, the wife here hasn't been working since 2011. It is now 2021. We talking about 10 years. We literally have 7 kids. 7 kids that live in the house with us. I got 2 that's grown. I got 1 that I still have to pay child support for. For me, there's no excuse. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's a fact.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And we make it more difficult than, you know what I'm saying, what it actually has to be. And I talked about this before. Figure out how much your bills are.
That's it. Find out how much it costs to run your household.
That's it. Figure out how much it costs to run your household and set that as your goal. I need to make, if it's $3,000 a month, I need to make $3,000 a month.
Yo.
What up, Tay? You put you on mute, man, because of the background noise, but
yeah, because it's simple, man. I'm like, if you make 3,000, if your bills are $3,000 a month to run the household, you need to find a job that's gonna probably pull in about $4,000 a month at the minimum.
Yeah.
I'm like, there are jobs out here, and I'm like, that's not even. I want to say that's probably roughly about around the 14, 15. No, I mean it's slightly more than that per hour, but I'm saying there's plenty of jobs out there that pay that.
What's the topic?
Basically, how do men feel about their woman being a breadwinner?
Yeah.
Shit, it all depends on that couple. That don't make him less than a man. I mean, you never know what situations people are going through. Hell, I had to do it in my first marriage. You know, I was a stay-at-home dad until I found something. You know, but I was reading something today. This guy, the game, put a post up saying, if he said, why does the woman have to pay half of the bills or half of the mortgage or rent or whatever? And if you're not really a man, if you don't pay the full thing. And I'm thinking to myself, well, it's easy to say when you're making millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? I would love for my wife to not pay any bills or to have to come out of pocket, but that's her choice. And when you're building stuff together, in my opinion, that shows a lot of character about, you know, each other. Okay, well, I'll just speak for me. When I met her, I didn't have a lot. You know, she was making more money, handling everything, but she didn't put me down as a man. She didn't make me feel less than. She didn't belittle me or nothing. And she, you know, helped me get on my feet. So in return, I'm gonna pay her back by trying to give her the world, trying to give her as much as I can, trying to, when I did get a job, and make sure that, I was able to pay, bills and, reimburse her in certain ways and whatnot. And her words were, when you love somebody, you build with them, you help them out, you don't put them down. There's no law that says the man has to pay for everything. It says, we got to provide and protect. Provide what? Provide love, provide security, provide, if you can, make sure that bills are paid or whatnot. But if that couple agrees, hey, look, I don't mind pitching in, I don't mind helping out. If that's what you want to do, that's not a bad look on the guy. Society has made it that way. But that's just my take on it. I'm gonna mute my mic.
I'm gonna say we've lowered the bar on ourselves. We've lowered the bar. I get everything that was said. I get it. I understand it. I really do. But we've lowered the bar on ourselves. And this is the reason why I say that female independence has made us lazy. For this exact reason right here. Yes, there's no law out here that says that, we have to pay for everything. But nature says different. Literally. It's, for me, that's our job. And if you can't do it right away, then at the very least, you need to be striving for it. You need to be striving for it. And I look at it like this, right? Who's at home? When you start having babies and things of that particular nature, who's at home? Who's taking care of your kids?
Supposed to be primarily is the wife.
It's supposed to be. But if you both out there working, who's taking care of the kids?
90% of the time, it's still the wife.
Not that she's not at home.
Yeah, I mean, now that she's at home, I mean, you got somebody else, they'll put somebody to daycare, babysitter, or whatever.
Yeah, you got the school, you got the daycare, you got the babysitter, and most times in those cases or whatnot, it's somebody outside of you, outside of your community, outside of your belief structure and every other thing else that's giving your kids, that's raising your kids. So we can sit back and say all day that we raising our kids, but if over a third of the time
they with somebody else,
they with someone else, are you really? Because making sure they have a roof over their head, food in their belly, and a warm home to actually come to is literally just scratching the surface of raising your children. What about when that child get old enough to start playing sports and things of this particular nature or whatnot? We talked about this before, you know what I'm saying? How we felt, you know, when our parents were able to come and be a part of that part and support us and things of that particular nature, right? And this is all under the assumption that y'all both work in the same shift, which is highly unlikely. Because most times, if you already have to work 2 jobs in order to take care of the bills in the house, that means you're not making enough to be able to pay for a daycare. So that means somebody is doggone working during the day and somebody is working at night. Am I not right? That's what it is. And so at that point, that means your relationship, which is the most vital relationship between in that household, that the relationship between the husband and wife, is now, I ain't gonna say it in jeopardy, but it's starving. Because in essence, y'all have to pretty much try and correlate it and hope and pray that y'all have the same days off, so that y'all can spend some type of time together. So y'all can spend some type of time together. Which is the reason why what I was saying in the beginning in reference to doggone being able to provide everything within the home is so important, right? Because even if she chooses to bring in some type of income, at that particular point is a choice. It's not a requirement. And if you're able to take care of everything in the house, that means now everything that she brings in is an asset. It's an asset. And it's even all the more better if you're taking care of everything in the house, and then she's able to go out here and create something that she actually likes, that she want to do, start a business or something of that nature that she actually wants to do. Because now she controls every aspect of it. Every aspect of it. It takes time though. But as men, I feel like we have lowered the bar and we have become complacent with doing the bare minimum. We're doing the bare minimum. And it's no different than what I was talking about before y'all actually got up here or whatnot. Independence in essence says that there is no need. Your independence. You say what?
That's different. I mean, to cut you off, we ain't got a lot of time, but over here, I try to sneak in.
We have more than enough time. Go ahead.
Over here, I ain't got a lot of time, so I'm trying to sneak in when I can. But if that person, it's one thing. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. It's one thing when, that guy is complacent, like you said. It's one thing when that guy is not driving himself or has these goals and ambitions to do better. That's different. But there's some people, and I've experienced this myself, that hey, sometimes you just get dealt a bad hand. You gotta work with what you got. And I was reading this other thing as well. I think I sent it to you. This lady put a post up saying, women, if your man doesn't have, there's nothing wrong with you giving that to him, especially if you see his drive, you see that he's working towards something, you see that he's not just some lazy, lethargic type of guy. He's actually trying to do something. And sometimes some doors just don't open for him. If he don't have the money, give him the money. If he don't have the shelter, give him the shelter. If he doesn't have the vehicle, give him the vehicle, or let him use it. I ain't gonna say give, let him use it.
Oh, somebody, you talking about my post?
Yeah, that's your post. Was it your post? Yeah. So so there's nothing wrong with that happening if you're I said it before and I said again, one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. If you guys are both helping each other, because once he gets to where he needs to be or to a place where he can provide, yeah, of course he should. But it's never going to be 50-50. It's never going to be, you know, if she's the breadwinner, then okay, I'm going to make sure on my end that, you know, I'm showing improvement on my end. I'm helping out on my end as well. I think society, once again, this is just my opinion, has made it to where it's okay for a girl to say, oh, I want a guy that pay all my bills, do this, do that, pay all this, pay this, do that, do that. And then when he doesn't do that, he's belittled. But if a man is in a position where the woman is okay and, you know, being the breadwinner and she's understanding his position and seeing that he's going to strive to something better with his drive, then that's looked down upon. Me personally, I don't think it's right. I just feel it's society. If that couple are building together, no matter who the breadwinner is, what's the issue? That's just my, you know. I'm gonna mute my mic.
I'm gonna say this, because I know the post you're talking about, because I just did a whole show on that joint yesterday, right? If he doesn't have a place to stay,
no car,
and bad credit, why is he even in a relationship?
Facts.
Why is he even in? Just the fact that he has bad credit says that he's irresponsible.
That's not true. That's not true. You can't say that. Because I had bad credit. I'm not irresponsible. You know me.
That means at some point you were.
No, I didn't know about credit. I didn't know.
So
that's a part of being irresponsible, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It was never taught to me. How am I supposed to know? I didn't know nothing about it.
That's true.
So okay. So
hold on, wrong. I got it.
Okay.
The same way it says in the Bible about the righteousness, if you don't live how God wants you to, you're gonna be punished because you know. But the lack of understanding doesn't excuse you from being responsible. I mean, when you get to a certain age, it's certain stuff that's on you.
Yeah.
Not coming at you though. I'm just speaking in general. I'm just saying.
Yeah. There are over just in this country alone over 1 million different laws that we are required to follow. Right. When the police pull us over, right, they don't care whether we know the law or not.
The law is the law.
It's just
that's up to you to find out what the laws are.
You can sit back and go in front of the judge and be like, "Hey, I didn't know that this was a law."
And the judge go tell you it's a law, and you have to pay, and you have to abide by it.
Yeah,
you either paying the fine or you getting locked up.
Yeah, one or the other.
I mean, the facts are the facts, though.
Okay. I ain't gonna say it.
Go ahead, put it out there.
I mean, we understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, we do.
I just
don't knock that. We understand.
Society,
but that still means some form of fashion. I mean, I don't have the best credit in the world either, but I'm working on mine. I know the steps on how to build it. But I'm just saying, it gets to a certain point, we a certain age. I mean, you're supposed to have your ducks in a row. You ain't got no business. All right, I had this conversation too recently. Something about the same thing that Ron was touching on. A woman told me, she said that if a man is not cheating on you, what because I would tell her, I said there's some other factors that a man's pride will not let him know that he's unhappy, and it has nothing to do with you. But he's not where he wants to be in life. And she's like, well, that's kind of selfish. If he won't let me go, he need to let me go and let me be happy with somebody else. I said, it comes off as selfishness, but at the same time, that man, he's trying to figure it out. He don't want to let you go. He's just trying to figure everything out. But the bottom line is, to a certain degree, he ain't got no business trying to be in no full-fledged relationship. You ain't got your stuff in order. I said, man, if you talking about trying to put a ring on a woman's finger and try to give her your last name, what are you doing to let her live comfortably? Especially if you call that woman to be your queen or whatever, and you supposed to be the king of the castle, what are you doing to put your family in a position where they can live comfortably?
The king.
That means you
what?
failing.
The
A
king.
person
He
can't-
don't even have a castle.
Is that you won't even have a castle to
He
let
have a
somebody
castle.
rule over, man? Like, come on.
So a person
All right,
can't.
hold on. I put it to you in this perspective,
Yeah.
and this may sound real selfish, and I'm gonna say it, this may sound niggerish at the end of the day. I don't have no problem with paying all the bills. You want to know why? 2 reasons. The positive aspect, that's letting the woman know I can hold it down. You ain't got to worry about it. On the other end of the spectrum, if we don't work out, I'm telling you, I don't have to be with you in order to survive. You can see I'm gonna survive regardless. I'm doing it while you here. Whenever you gone, basically I'm just trying to tell you, you an asset.
No, don't do that.
You are definitely you are not anything that I'm not depending on you at the end of the day.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
I've been there.
Do that.
Hey,
Don't do
Trigger
that
said.
because what you
Trigger
saying
said.
right now. What you saying right now, right, D? What you saying right now is a reason why a lot of women are afraid to stay at home and take care of the house.
Hey, they could be.
I'm telling you
I
because
feel you.
you have a lot of men that do. I just talked to somebody the other day. I ain't gonna put them out there like that, but I just talked to somebody the other day, or not. They got upset when they threw in a significant other face that, look, I take care of the bills around here. Yeah, nigga, that's your fucking job. Take care of the bills. You know what I'm saying? It's your job to take care of the house and all that other stuff. We can't do that as men. We can't do that. We can't throw that in their doggone face because what they do at home is just as valuable what we do outside the home. And that is something that needs to be understood. So when we shooting darts, that's one of them darts that never need to come out.
Ooh, pop my hand, boy. Pop my hand.
I'm just saying because a lot of females that I talk to or whatnot, they want to stay at home. They want to stay at home. But either they don't trust, it's one or two things. Either they don't trust the man to be able to provide the way and provide that security for them, or they feel like
It's gonna hold it over their head.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this.
Minimize their worth. We can't do that.
Don't do it, young man.
Let me ask you this. So is she working? Is this if the man is paying all the bills, what is she working or is she not working?
Yes. Yeah, okay. In my situation, she was working.
No. I'm just talking about in because the I guess what it is in correct me if I'm wrong, y'all opinion is the man is supposed to pay all the bills. My question now is, if that's the case, is she working though?
You say what?
Is she working?
If she so choose, I use my own household. Right? Wife been stay-at-home mom since 2011. We talking about 10 years. The whole goal was so that she could finish school, start her daycare, and have a business that she literally can control for herself. Because when she out there working that 9 to 5, right, that boss is who controls what time she got to be at home, what time she can cook dinner, how much time she can doggone spend with the kids, things of that particular nature.
But isn't that all our dreams to not have to work for somebody? Have our own?
No,
it is.
not everybody.
Not everybody. Not everybody is
want to be a boss,
a business owner.
Facts.
Okay, so just like how everybody is a business owner, have that mindset. Not every couple has to have those same. Not every couple goes by that, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
How do you figure that? How do you figure though? How do you figure? Look at our communities, right?
Right.
Look at our communities. I'm gonna take it back to the kids. Look at our communities. Who's raising our kids? Who's raising our kids? Because before it was quote unquote mandatory for men and women to doggone have to work in order to take care of their homes. Look at our communities then versus now. So we can sit back and say there's nothing wrong with it or whatnot, but the result that we have been giving out is something completely different.
I totally agree. I totally agree. It's in that aspect as far as raising the kids, because it takes a village. There's nothing wrong with, you know, couples working together to build each other.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's just my opinion. I'm not gonna, so what you're saying is, you may not be saying it to me directly, because you use your situation as your example. My example from my experience. I didn't know about credit until my wife told me about credit. She showed me how to do it. I'm in the 700s now. I was in the low 5s until I met my wife, right, April. So when she showed me this, that's when I was able to apply what she showed me, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? So, D, here's the thing plan, bro. Somebody got an echo
What
going.
they saying is every relationship is gonna be different at different times.
Right.
Like at one point, if you need your wife not to work so she can better herself, you pay all the bills and whatnot.
So much.
And then
That's coming from you.
But if
No, I only got my phone. I'm not on another device. Somebody was playing it on something else. But yeah, I've just, like I said, my example as far as my situation, I didn't know about credit until she showed me. And I was completely
one brother has said
oblivious to.
and that homework and getting her shit together and he do all the work. That's understandable. That's
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's what y'all.
But if both of y'all coming on the same equal plane, she got money, you're working, and you pay all the bills, then hell no, it's something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those situations where, I mean, hey, it's up to that couple, and that doesn't make her less of a woman, him less of a man. I'm not setting the culture back years, or I'm not tarnishing my ancestors because I'm in a situation where, okay, well, she makes more or he makes more, whatever. If they come together, when they come together, hey, look, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what you're bringing to the table. If we're gonna make this work, then we're gonna make it work what we got, and we just gonna build each other.
All right, I can only speak for me. I'm not about to let a woman out hustle me. You're not about to put more hours on somebody else's time clock than me.
What do you mean by that?
I'm about to tell you. So, prime example, what Ron was talking about as far as, you know, who's raising your kid. I came off the road to do this. I came off the road to fully launch my business, my second one. So, with that being said, so I can free up time for if I start my family one day. So I don't have to go punch 10, 12 hours in somebody else's clock just to pay my bills at the end of the day. I'm freeing up my time so I can be in the house, watching over my nephew, watching over my kids, taking care of the wife and stuff of that nature. So what I mean by it's just not in me to see my woman out here working 8 to 12 hours a day, just like me. And then we come home and we giving each other the crumbs, what's left over at the end of the day. I can't do it. I'm trying to live by the guys of whatever the bills are. I know how much I need to go out here and hustle and go make all day, every day. You ain't got to worry about it. That way, whenever you want to relax, you can do that. That's just how my mentality go. Like even right now, I'll be out here all day, every day. When that phone ring and that money call, I'm going to go get it. But while I'm out to go get it, that same money I'm going to go get, I make that what I was clocking in already. And that's just one transaction. Work smarter, not harder. And I'm trying to do that for the whole household.
I totally agree.
For the whole household, man. You ain't got to touch none of that. That's what I'm doing. Easy money.
She keep her money, right?
No, I'm like, it ain't even about keeping her money. It's about we a team anyway. It's the thing that I'm like I said, when people be talking about this 50-50, that doesn't mean I'm just taking care of that. If she want to work, man, she an asset. Like Ron been saying, she an asset at the end of the day.
Okay, my thing is, if y'all a team, then you're working together towards a common goal. If y'all are a team and you're paying all the bills, what is she contributing to?
Saving all the money.
You don't have any kids, right? Let's just say you don't.
She out here saving all the money, and then her money too is Spurs money. She can do what she want to do, and then she can do what we want to do. But at the end of the day, I'm not just making money just to pay bills. I'm making money to pay bills and save too.
Okay, my question is this. You made the comment, y'all are a team. And you also made the comment prior to that, that you're paying all the bills and she can work if she wants to. So let's say she doesn't work. You're going to work every day to pretty much pay all the bills and save whatever's left over, correct?
True.
Okay, if she's not working, that's not an asset.
How do you
That's a
figure?
liability.
How do you figure?
Well, how do you figure it's not?
Okay, so
I'm saying if you don't have, I'm saying for example, if you don't have any kids,
let me break it down like this, right? Let me break it down just like this. It's an asset because she give you the ability to be able to go and do what it is that you do.
The ability.
Yeah. When you come home and you got that hot meal waiting for you,
that's an asset.
Making sure that you eat 3 times a doggone day. When you come home to a clean house, don't have to worry about doing nothing extra.
That's an asset.
Everybody.
Quite frankly, right? Quite frankly, what the woman does in the home is priceless. What we do outside, what we do outside of the house, right? What we do outside of the house, we'll never be able to pay for what it is that they do inside of the house.
Really,
That's regardless of whether we have kids or whether we don't. When we have kids, that's even worse. That's even worse. Because it's a woman that's at home that is raising that child, instructing that child, teaching that child, and everything else. Bringing that child to be what it is that they actually came to be. Now, there's a couple of comments that are in the.
How can y'all see the comments? I can't see the comment. Is it on Facebook?
Yeah, you got me on Facebook, bro.
Lauren Penn, how you doing, Lauren? It's been a minute. I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, I get exactly what it is that you're saying. Let me go. I'm gonna read her comment. Right. He says, "I was taught relationships are a give and a partnership. How you make the partnership happiness between you and your partner. However, Alvin Penn said, this is her father, said you need to have your own. If you in blank blank blank."
You talking about money? How much you make?
Yeah, I'm like, it ultimately.
If he said what he making, if he ain't making over 100 G's, and he got 2 or 3 kids, he ain't working.
Okay, so I make less than 100 G's, and I got 7 kids that live in my house, right? And they don't want for anything. That's an excuse.
Yeah,
That's an excuse.
So everybody is.
That's literally. I'm less than 100,000 now. I got 7 kids, and all of them are taking.
Oh, y'all want to talk to? I'm my son in the fire pit.
And I pay child support for one that's outside of my house. So how much you make is an excuse. It's just like I said, where there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly. So my question to D was, okay, well, he had made a comment, she can splurge all her money.
No, I ain't say she can splurge all her money. I say with her income, she's saving, splurging, and then she splurge on us too. I say I'm making enough to pay the bills and save money at the same time.
Okay, not all her money. However, she can splurge her money, but you supposed to strictly work and like I said, it's to each his own. No, I don't make.
Nah, that's the wrong attitude to have. That's the wrong attitude.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
That's the wrong attitude to have, though, because it's that same attitude that has us not concerned about our community.
That's not true.
How you figure?
That's not true. That's your opinion about it. I love my community. Exactly I want the best for our Black community.
Exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. If that's the case, why are we not on our way up to Chicago right now?
I gotta work. I gotta work.
You was concerned about our community and what was going on in our community, right? All the stuff that's going on within our community, right? All the stuff that's going on within our community, ain't none of us out here doing nothing about it.
You talking about with the killings and everything?
The killings.
That's because we said he marching.
You say
Marching
what?
ain't gonna get nothing done. Marching ain't gonna get nothing done. We're gonna go up there just to march. No, we need to start.
I'm not talking about going up there to march. I'm not talking about going up there to march. For me, that's real. I'm talking about tending to our doggone communities. And I'm not talking about the stuff that's going on that's brought to our communities, killings and stuff of that particular nature. I'm talking about stuff that we allow to happen in our communities as well. The drugs that's in our communities, the killings and stuff that happens right in our own backyard that we doing amongst ourselves.
I totally agree with you. I mean, so what is it? What do you feel is going to take? Because it's like we can't get mad at the white man if we're the ones doing it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is it going to take? I mean, as far as the topic at hand, like, I mean, yeah, as far as the topic at hand, it's going to take I don't care what nobody says. It takes a village when you're a kid. It takes a village when you're an adult. When you get married, you have bridesmaids and grooms up there for a reason. These are the people that's supposed to help. You can go to, you know, a time of need, of conversation, whatever, to help keep y'all union together. You know, if somebody falls short, hey, look, we're going through right now. Can, you know, that doesn't make nobody less of a person, because I think when I had y'all up there, it's because I know these are the people that I know that got me and my wife's back and support me and my wife's union. And they're not gonna favoritism between her and I. She's at some point when we were married, she's made more money than me. When I got to the point where, okay, well, now I'm making more money, we never use money as a measuring stick. Oh, well, since you got all the money, then, you know, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. She's never had to tell me what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I totally agree with you. If I'm in the position to where I can pay all the bills, then and that way she can go off and do what she want to do pertaining to her dreams and goals. But those dreams and goals are also going to put us in a better position. Yeah, and we're striving towards that hand by hand. You know, but that's when I said it's to each his own. That's what I mean by that, because you know my wife. You know what I'm saying? You know her, you know us.
Every household is different.
Every household is different. Yeah. She's an amazing person. I feel like I'm an amazing person pertaining to, you know, our union. Now, I mean, not to bring everybody into my personal life, your personal life, but just to, you know, make an example, you know, so as far as the topic at hand. I've been in that position where I was making less than, and she was there and she encouraged me, she pushed me, she, you know, built me up. And when I was in a position, hey, I'm gonna pay you back by showing you that what your work was, it wasn't in void or it wasn't wasted or nothing like that. You know, but like I said, it's just, you know, to each his own. And I just feel like society has put it to where, oh, if you don't do this, you don't do that, then you're less of a man. But a woman can say, well, I want a guy to do this, do that, do that. No, I disagree. You know, but like, that's just my opinion. Oh, we live. That's right. Damn, how do I? You said hit the live button. I hit the live button. I still can't.
No, we live. We very much so live.
So are we on your live or?
We on my live.
How the hell do you do that and do this at the same time?
Yeah, because I have, we are on Zoom, and Zoom is connected to my Facebook live. I connected it to my Facebook live.
I got to catch up. My daughter, she know how to do all this.
Real quick.
Okay,
real quick. Miss Lauren Penn.
Oh, okay. So if you start the podcast, you can go live.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. He's the host. Gotcha. Okay.
Says I was taught, Lauren Penn said, I was taught relationships are to give and a partnership. How you make the partnership happen is between you and your partner. However, Alvin Penn said you need to have your own. Uh, if uh, if you, or I'm assuming, uh, assuming she's saying nigga or nigga, something of that particular nature. If your man loses his mind, have your own. My dad took care of our family, and he went to work. My mom did what she wanted. Um, and he let her go to school, and he raised my sister and I. Okay, so I agree with, I'm gonna say 99.9% of what it is that you're saying, Lauren. And the only part that I don't agree with is the reasoning behind having your own. I believe everyone needs to have their own. But what's the point of going into a divorce? I mean, going into a marriage if you're already planning for y'all separation? That's just my thoughts on it. But I understand why. I really do. I understand why. You know, I want my daughters to have that capability. You know what I'm saying? Of knowing that, yo, and I can do this if necessary. But I don't want them going into a doggone marriage thinking that they need to prep just in case something doggone happens. You know, because if that's the case, you don't need to be with that person any doggone way. At least that's what I'm telling my daughters. Or not, but I feel it. I feel it. I understand it. You have a lot of people out there that agree and use that exact same logic, which I have no issue with. But like I said before, I feel like as men, you know what I'm saying, as men, right? We've lowered the bar. We lowered the standard. And I hear everything everybody has been saying, right? But I believe in accountability. Accountability across the board, even for myself. Because there is a bigger picture out here that we literally need to refocus ourselves on. We need to refocus ourselves on. And in essence, that is the community, our community. In order to get to where we need to be as a people, we got to fix the household first. And there needs to be a standard. There used to be a standard. Used to be one. But we had the same concept that a lot of these women have when it come down to raising their doggone kids. You know what I'm saying? They run around the goddamn store acting a purity doggone food. A purity doggone food. And the moment you say something to them because they acting the fool, don't tell me how to doggone raise my kids. Don't you say nothing to my kids. They ain't your kids. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. The whole goal is to make us better as a doggone people. We're not here. We're not here for ourselves. We play a big part in nature as well. Miss Donna, I see you. The only reason why I'm not using scripture and things of that particular nature is because of the audience right now. But trust and believe, everything it is that I'm saying, I could break it down from a biblical standpoint as well. As well. And there's nothing against it, but quite frankly, we have some that are awake and we have some that are asleep. We have some that are awake and some that are asleep. And I'm the type of individual that I believe in no man left behind. No man left behind. And I understand how to get my point across without having to use oh, I wasn't speaking about you. It's fine. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. But either way, you know, that's the reason, because you're not the only person that asked me that question. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that don't know or not, Israelite, straight up and down. That's what I am. There's core beliefs, things of that particular nature or whatnot, but it's not something that I push in the midst of this, you know, because you can go based off of how I function and operate and know from there. But man, I just lost my thought. Like I said, there's a bigger picture here. The bigger picture for me is the doggone community, period. I'm not trying to go or take anybody back all the way back in the day, you know, anything of that particular nature. What I'm saying is that we need to figure out what it is that worked back during those particular days and reinvent the wheel for our days. Because like I said, it's not just about you and yours. It's a bigger picture here. It's a bigger picture here. Things go up tomorrow. Things go up tomorrow. How can we be assured that as a people, we're going to be able to unite if the thought process is that the only thing I got to be concerned about is me and mine? It's just not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way. And we need to raise the bar as men. And I ain't just talking about, I'm talking about all of us, to include myself. We need to raise the doggone bar. Not saying that women need to be at home, not working at all. That's not what it is that I'm saying. What I'm saying is change the mindset. I'm putting, a matter of fact, this is the example that I'm gonna use right here, right? A lot of us raise our kids and prepare our kids wanting to finish high school, then go to college. We save our money so that we can send our kids to doggone college. But in essence, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But this is the spin. This is the thought process that I have, and that I hope some of y'all will be able to grasp at the same time. Because I made the comment, what was it, last week, that we lost our ability to dream. Our ability to dream has been stolen from us, and we need to get it back. But those things that we see in our kids, right? Why don't we cultivate those things, right? And when they get of age to where they ready to go out here and be on their own, instead of giving them some money to go off to college, why don't we give them some money to start their own? To start their own. And then instead of them going to college to go work for somebody else, they can go to college and perfect what it is that they already have. What they already have. We paying all this money or whatnot for them to go out to college and get a degree, a sheet of paper. Nothing wrong with it. You have doctors, nurses, lawyers, some everything that requires it. That requires it. They can't, if that's what it is that they want to do, they have no choice. They must go to school, and we need them. We need doctors, we need lawyers, we need nurses, dentists, some everything. But that's not their desire. Why are we not funding their desire and then allowing them to be able to go and perfect their desire when they go to school? Whole mindset and stuff is different then. What's wrong with that? This is what it is that I mean in reference to changing our mindset. changing our mindset. Let's, as men, raise the bar. Let's raise the bar on ourselves. Because quite frankly, we do have some successful families out here. We have some very successful families out here that doggone 2-parent income. Kids, very, very, very successful. But imagine how much more those kids would be if you had even more time to be able to impart into them. Okay, let me see here. Donna, you said, I'm single and have my own everything, desire a husband, but I'm patient and at the same time. But there's some men out here that still act as if they are out in the world. The mindsets and how they operate is scary to me. I pray for our Hebrew brothers daily, as you should. As you should. And I thank you. I thank you for your prayers. And I hope there's more women out there like you that are praying for us, because we need it. We need it. And I appreciate you being patient. And the Most High will definitely send someone your way that's going to lead you, well, govern your household in the manner in which they should. Now, you ain't got to raise your hand, nigga. Jump in.
No, I just want to address, I guess her name is Donna or whatever. She made a comment saying, she said, brother, you using your opinion too much. I don't know if it was related to you or me. Was it me? She said, what the scripture say? Yeah, I'm gonna take it as he was talking to me, because I was saying my opinion, whatever. Basically, Donna, there's no sin that says that it's not a sin if a couple works together. It's not a sin if, from what, you know, my opinion, what I'll say my opinion was, it's not a sin that says, okay, well, it's a sin that if the woman makes more money, then the man is sinning, or if they work together, then the man is sinning. I mean, I agree with my brother on a lot of things pertaining to this topic. However, in that particular that particular aspect, I disagree. If you as a couple come together and y'all come to terms, okay, well, look, hey, this is what I got, this is what you got. If we both work together, we can reach this goal a lot quicker. There's no sin in that. There's no scripture that says that's wrong.
I beg to differ, my brother.
So, I mean, that's just my opinion, you know, respectfully. So that's all I want to say. I'm gonna mute my mic again.
All right. So I wasn't even expecting to go this long at all. Or not. It was supposed to be a good hour. We was gonna get up out of here. She said, right, I wasn't saying that. That's not what she was saying. It's not what.
What's she saying?
It's okay. We get.
Is there kind of way to sink her in?
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. It's cool.
That's it, crazy.
You Don.
But you want to talk about mindset. You know, you said earlier, well, that's the wrong mindset to have. So I mean, it's like, what are we teaching what are we teaching our women, our daughters, you know, to when they do get married, not to, you know, it's wrong to support your husband, it's wrong to go hand in hand with your husband to build, or it's wrong if you work.
So
I'm sorry.
To support your husband, you got to work.
No, I didn't say that. I just said, I'm saying, if that's what she chooses to do to support, and that's what they come together and say, hey, look, hey, I'm making enough money, whatever, but you ain't got to work. You know, you can do this or this. And she said, well, I want to work to help us get to where we need to get to. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it, brother.
I know it ain't.
The bottom line is, each household got to run whatever runs smooth for y'all.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Everybody's different. Everybody's at different platoon. Some of y'all got kids at this age that don't need this much support compared to if you got kids this age or whoever don't have kids at all.
Like I said, society is made to where, and that's my opinion.
I agree with that.
But we can change the narrative on that. It doesn't have to be that way. And the only reason why it's still that way is because we've lowered the bar on ourselves.
No.
It don't have to be. What's the
It's
women don't work at all? That's the topic of this shit.
he want to know. He want to know the topic. What's the name of the topic?
The topic was in reference to women making more money than men.
There's no issue in that. If you're married, she know that going in. If she wants to enhance her husband, and they got a plan on him doing this and that to get there, and that's called being one as a unit. But there's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta be married, it's the main issue. You got single women out here that's not married. And then you don't want to put as much effort into it until you put the ring on. Then now, same thing with you know,
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Until they put a marriage as one, then that shit might flow better. No.
Well, yeah, he ain't gonna bless nothing that ain't. Yeah,
Right.
He play house all day.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But you know,
But I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. For the woman
From a biblical perspective.
yeah. Let me hear the scripture because I'm.
From a biblical perspective, right? We are supposed to provide raiment,
provide in American society
and food. That's basically food, housing, food, shelter, clothing, all of these things. This biblical, that's commandment. I can literally, you can you can go to what? Deuteronomy, the doggone. I can make pull it up.
Now you ain't got to do that, brother.
I'll text it to you.
I'm not saying.
I'll text it to you, but literally that's our job.
Okay, so
women
Commandment.
in today's society, women don't want more than just providing. You may be able to provide, but she want more than that. And that's where the issue comes in. People not living by the Bible. We're living worldly. Most African Americans, we caught up in the European worldly way of life. If we stop buying all this stuff, these items, most men can provide for their family. It's everybody wants more. You know what I'm saying? So
and I agree.
yeah.
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But what I'm saying is that society has put in one narrative and we've accepted it. And by accepting it, we have lowered the bar on ourselves. And what I'm saying is we need to change the narrative and raise the bar on ourselves. Period.
What do you mean by raise the bar?
What I say raise the bar, what I'm saying is just the entire concept of the whole 50-50.
it's never going to be 50-50.
I'm talking about the concept of it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The whole concept of the entire 50-50 joint or whatnot. The whole concept that in order for us to survive, my wife has to go out here and work. We need to change the narrative on it and raise the bar on ourselves, right? And start being the man that we were actually created to be.
But society it's not that we can't, it's society is forced us to almost have two jobs. To get you out, you can do the bare minimum, but it's going to put you in the hood that your family may not be safe in for 90% of Americans. Well, for blacks anyway.
But that's what it is that I've been saying, right? Because technically, right, according to society and what society doggone has presented, with the amount of kids that I have in my household, and the fact that my wife doesn't work, I should be out in the hood somewhere, but I'm not.
I agree. But that's a small percentage.
Which is the reason why I'm saying that we need to raise the bar on ourselves so that we can change the narrative on what society has presented to us.
What do you mean by raise the bar?
When you say raise the bar, like what do you mean, like get better jobs so our wives don't have to work? Or I mean, isn't that what we're doing? I'm not understanding the raise the bar aspect.
When I say raise the bar, literally, I'm saying make it to the point where it is an option.
Where it isn't an option, or it is an option?
Where her working is an option.
Right. Okay, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. That's what we're.
Her working is an option.
But you know what? In today's society, we're almost right back to where we started. Unless you're making $250 or more by yourself, then to keep your family safe for the majority of us, two people has to work.
I hardly disagree with you.
No, you can cut if you're only making 55 grand or 60 grand. You got 2 kids and a wife. It's really hard to get out of the hood,
The rat race.
and this rat race. If you got an able body to help you build that plateau up, she can just do part-time and make 30. Now you can go into a safer environment for the most.
It is that reason why I say that it's making us as men lazy, because we feel like we need that help. I make less than 100. I make less than 100.
No.
I make less than 100, right? I'm speaking from experience, right? I make less than 100. I'm a homeowner. I have 7 kids that live in this house. 7 kids that live in this house that I take care of, right? And they want for nothing. For nothing. Where there is a will, there is a way. If you sit down and you think long and hard enough and you plot out that doggone course, you can make it happen. And you don't need your significant other in order to do that. Whatever it is that she brings in has now become an asset because it's now optional.
Well,
it's optional if she wants to use that money to.
Where you living. For the most part, though, if you got over 3 kids and you want a house out the hood, if you don't move to the country, then you're stuck in the inner city. I ain't saying it's all bad, but the odds are you're gonna run into a lot of rubbish people that's pissing you off every day. And to better yourself, it takes more money. But I understand what you're saying. It's possible that you can do it.
Yeah, it's very possible. But that doesn't make it doesn't make that person lazy because his wife chooses the option to work. Or hey, look,
society,
this situation came up, we need a little bit more money, whatever. It's not that that's the mindset that I'm talking about that makes people feel like, damn, they're less than because, it's not that I don't want to do more. Hey, I gotta do with the cards that I'm dealt with. So I'm gonna take these cards and I'm gonna try to make the best of it. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to progress. I'm gonna try to do better. I'm gonna try to raise the bar. So
who gave you the cards?
It's not that I'm not.
Who gave you the cards?
Huh?
Who gave you the cards?
Life. You can look at these. You can look at all these homeless people on the street right here. So you mean to tell me they're lazy or less than, or they didn't have?
No.
They have had some things happen, and hey, I got to live on the street for a little bit. So until I get back on my feet, that makes them lazy.
That's not what I'm saying. What
Oh,
I'm saying is, the mindset of thinking that you need your significant other in order to raise up or to level up is forcing you to be lazy, because if that option wasn't there, what are you going to do? You just going to deal with the cards that you dealt, or are you going to figure out a way?
You're going to figure it out. But if you have help, my helpmate.
Exactly. Now, yep. Now, listen to what you just said. If you didn't have that option, you're going to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Figure it out, right? So why put that burden on her and just figure it out?
It's not a burden. This is your helpmate.
It is a burden because it's your responsibility. It's our responsibility as men to take care of and build the kingdom. It's our job to build. It's their job to tend to.
Okay, so if I'm steady building, and I agree. I agree to an extent. I agree to an extent. But if I were to die, you don't think shit's gonna be a burden on her now? All these bills, all this stuff that's gonna fall on her now.
You just get hurt.
If I get hurt and lose my job,
or to get hurt, but that's a part of being a man. Leaving an inheritance. Leaving an inheritance, yes.
No. Oh yeah, leaving an inheritance.
That is biblical.
I'm about to say something else.
We're talking biblical now. We supposed to leave an inheritance.
Okay. Now I agree. Yeah, you gotta leave an inheritance.
Inheritance? What if you ain't got no inheritance, man?
But that's what we're supposed to be building towards. This is what I'm talking about, the mindset. This is the mindset that it is I'm talking about that needs to be changed. Because we feel like we are incapable of being able to do it without help. I ain't even gonna talk about our significant others. I'm just gonna say without help.
Bro, everybody needs help, bro. It doesn't make them less of a person. I don't give a damn how successful these people are. Somebody had helped them along the way. Man, woman, whatever. They had to got help. There's nothing wrong with that. It's what you do once you get to that point. You show love to the ones that helped you along the way. We're not talking about the helpmate. We're just talking about this in life, period. Okay, if I done became successful, I didn't get there by myself. Somebody had to help.
So, okay, let's flip it this way then. How we are within the 18, right? Within the 18. Right? Mm-hmm. How we are within the 18.
18, in order together, encouraging our man, we'll throw that out there, y'all. Shout out to the 18.
Yeah. How we are within 18, right? Why don't we use that as a means?
Brother,
to help and build each other, right?
You ain't saying nothing slick to a can of oil.
I'm already knowing, because this is how I'm gonna get you to understand what it is that I'm actually talking about, because I know this is what you be on.
Right.
This is exactly what it is that you be on, because what it is that I'm trying to get us as men to see is that there's a bigger picture outside of just our homes, just our households, right?
Right.
The stuff that it is that we're seeing on TV happening within our communities, I don't want my kids to have to raise their kids in that.
I agree.
So in order for us to do that, right? In order for us to do that, we have to get back control of the community. In order to get back control of the community, we got to get back control of the household. We can't do that. We can't have that control over the household if mama and daddy is out at work 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, things of that particular nature.
No, man, this is America. It's designed that way.
No, let's take America out of it.
I hear what he's saying.
Yeah, let's say he said community in the household. Everybody's household is their own community. I don't care if you got kids, no kids, husband and wife, whatever. No matter how many people's in the household, that's your own community. First off, in order to. No, I get what you're saying about our community as all as black person, black people. I get that, totally agree. In order for us to, and then what he's saying is we got to get back to the community within our home, and the man has to, that aspect. Okay, because we don't want our kids to live. Got it. However, in that household is their own community. They both don't want their kids to be living in like we grew up or whatever. We want the kids to have the best that they have, everything that we did. So if both people feel that way, why is it an issue if both people decide to try to get their community better within their household together? Why is that a, you know what I'm saying? Why can't both strive for better? With, you see what I'm saying?
Because of the Nicki Minaj's.
I understand what he's saying. He's saying
because of the Nicki Minaj's, because of all these other joints that's out here.
Yeah.
Right? The only way to control that is supervision. Supervision. Literally. We help finance the BS that's killing our doggone kids. And the only way to cut it is through supervision.
Turn the damn Wi-Fi off.
But how we gonna know whether that
Cut the damn Wi-Fi.
Turn the Wi-Fi off, huh?
I'm just joking.
You're right, brother.
Well, yeah.
But
You're right.
It's gotten too big now.
We still gotta send our kids to school.
I disagree. There's a solution. There's a solution. There's a solution. For real. There's a solution. And it's coming.
Can I be the man?
Let me hear it, brother.
I ain't even talking, I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, you got that right. BBOC, buying back our community.
There's a solution.
Yeah.
It ain't got too big. Matter of fact, that's the way I want them to think, that it's too big. It's too big. I love that. As much as I want to keep this conversation going, right? As much as I want to keep this conversation. Hey, we keep talking. After I shut down this live, we keep talking. But we've been up here for almost 2 hours now. Or not, now I was only supposed to do an hour and a half, and y'all done let me.
Hey, if I get fired for being on this thing, my wife gonna have to take care of the bills, baby.
No, because that's what you got brothers for. That's what you got brothers for. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it. You remember back in the day when the women was at home, right? Mm-hmm. They was at home. They doggone, if mama got sick or was pregnant or something of that particular nature, what happened? The mothers of the community came and took care of her.
Yeah, but America
and when the man was having issues, what they do? They had rent parties. They did some of everything else. The community made sure us as men, we came together, had rent parties and things of that particular nature to make sure that man be able to take care of and provide for his doggone household. And that's what it is that I'm talking about. Those are the pieces that we need to pull out and bring into this generation. And we start utilizing.
I agree with you. And you got, for example, you got the Crips, the Blood, Crips was the community revolution in progress. You know what I'm saying? That's what it stood for. They done flipped that into, you know what I'm saying? So if it's about revolutionizing the community, then why can't I walk down the street, you know what I'm saying, and come up to this to greet my brother and it not be an issue, you know what I'm saying? They killing people just,
But that's something that needs to be changed.
Yeah,
that's something that needs to be changed.
Right.
We have the ability to change. But pause it. Time out. Time on the plate. So I close this out.
No. Listen, pass that kryptonite out, man.
we gonna keep talking after this. I gotta close this out real quick. Hey, look, right to everybody that's watching. First and foremost, I appreciate y'all, all the comments and stuff in here. Donna Quinn, Miss Penn. Hopefully, I'll be seeing you here soon. And everybody else, if I missed your comments, I apologize. If you haven't already, Can I Be the Man? A letter from us to you is out on pre-order. Make sure you go purchase the book like right now. Can I Be the Man? The morning show every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Make sure you go like and share the Frequency CO, as well as Can I Be the Man, the page, so you can get all the updates and stuff that you actually need. Who was just laughing on my doggone post, man? Oh, Sean. But we got to get up out of here. You already know what it is. The king has spoken. We out.